Hey guys, it's Tanizga here, and today I've got a new series on the channel which is all about FIFA 18. So it is FIFA 18 improvements, very similar to what we want in FIFA 18 in a way, but with my own little twist on it. I haven't seen one of these series in a while. People kind of trying to make it died out, and I want to bring it back because I like sharing my views. So what a better place to start? We're talking about FUT Champs, which is the new game mode bringing into FIFA 18. FUT Champs was a huge success. It added more competitive side to FIFA Ultimate Team, but also added more of a reward side to it, something we haven't had. You know, the biggest amount of rewards ever to reach any FIFA game. Like, you know, they introduced divisions, but divisions didn't have that much of a reward, and FIFA was just getting a bit repetitive. You would always play the same game, and it just wasn't competitive enough. Now, with FUT Champs, it adds more of an MLG type style to the game, which is so good to see in FIFA. It was so successful due to the fact that you had to play 40 games on a weekend, and depending how many you win, it depends on the rewards you are ranked in the system. So some rewards were crazy good if you're in the top 100, and that leads on to qualifying for regionals and so on, and trying to become a pro FIFA player. They have touched on many things since the beginning of FUT Champs. For example, they changed the time to complete. I'm pretty sure it used to literally start on a Saturday and end on a Sunday, but then they changed it to start at 7 AM on a Friday and end 7 AM on a Monday. They also changed up the matchmaking. It used to show your badge and your team name, and also when your team was found. So if you've been playing Ultimate Team since 2010, it shows established 2010. And people would leave because they would think you're amazing if your club was older than theirs. So people would actually leave because it's the sweatiest bloody game mode. We all know it's the sweatiest game mode, okay? So people would leave, and they changed it. So now it just shows a FUT Champs badge, and the only thing you can see is actually the kit in a kit. They also, I'm pretty sure, changed up rewards a little bit, and they also changed the amount of wins you need to get. At the beginning of the year, it was 30 wins for Elite 3, and then they changed it to 29. They also changed the fact that you had to play the daily knockout tournament every week, and they changed it so that if you get minimum gold 3, you automatically qualify for next weekend, so you don't need to be playing the useless daily knockout tournament. So with that said and done, it's crazy to think that FUT Champs has come such a long way in just 1 year. Such a promising idea, making FIFA once again more competitive in the way it should be, just the way football is. So they've already touched up on a lot of things, but what else could they improve on? So I'm going to start off by talking about the time that it takes to complete. So of course there are pro FIFA players out there and people which are very dedicated to FIFA. For example, we have even seen at the beginning of the year some pro FIFA players completing on PlayStation and on the Xbox servers both weekend leagues. That is 80 games. Incredible to see from pro players, but also something kind of expected because it's something they're trying to make their job. But what about the other casual gamers? People like me, which I personally play a lot of Call of Duty and play a lot of GBs on that, and a lot of times the people I play with are actually on more time on the weekends. However, I choose not to play with them because I'm a big FIFA fan and a big football fan, and that's the roots of my gaming, so I want to play FUT Champs. But sometimes I seem to struggle to find the time to play because to fit in playing Call of Duty with some friends, or playing football, or going outside, because it is the weekend. You've got to understand that people on the weekends tend to have more free time to make more plans, and the fact that I don't believe the time is still suitable enough for some casual gamers which want to enjoy the game. Of course it is very suitable for the pro gamers, but however you have to think about FIFA, and the way they make money is from more of the casual gamers. There are many little pro FIFA players in comparison to casual FIFA players. So I've come up with a few solutions to fix this problem. One of the solutions, which I don't think is the best one, is changing the amount of games, maybe reducing it to 30 games or 35. I think it is possible, however the matchmaking needs to be so precise because people already get 40-40, and in qualifying months for the pro players, you know, they don't want everyone to be getting 30 out of 30 because it's too easy and too little games. So they have to make sure that if you're on 28 wins out of 28, you need to be playing someone which is 28 wins out of 28. You need to make sure it's as hard as possible. But the more favorable way, in my opinion, is actually changing the time. Instead of making it Friday 7 AM start, how about you make it at 1 minute past midnight on the Friday, and instead of ending at 7 AM on Monday, how about you make it end at 23:59, which is 11:59 PM on the Monday. That's actually an extra 24 hours. It's actually an extra 23 hours and 58 minutes, but don't struggle now and put math down my brain. Anyway, swiftly moving on to the fact that it would actually help a lot of people, because if you're able to start on the Friday earlier, or you just feel like you have more time, or for example Monday, you know, Monday ending at 7 a.m. Monday's not even a day to play FUT Champs. You kind of like, I sometimes have done this myself. I play on Sunday night and play throughout Monday morning because I might not have anything on Monday, but I could be getting sleep and then waking up in the afternoon on Monday and playing it. Or for other people which may have school, come back from school and still have enough time to complete their games, you know. It gives people which, you know, have a life outside of, you know, more than FIFA. No, okay, that's just sounds rude, so anyway, fuck. But yeah, you know, having more stuff to do outside FIFA, but still being able to complete the weekend league. Of course, maybe they're not subject to change this because it is a very competitive game mode targeted at the most competitive players, but I believe some of the casual players which like to be competitive could get a bit more out of this, because of course it is the biggest reward system there is on FIFA. They could enable to help us out a little bit here. Anyway, in the matchmaking of FUT Champs, I think they did really well in taking out, you know, covering the badge and stuff like that, because I had problems with that. My club is established in 2010. People would leave all the time. But there's another problem. One of the big rewards that you get in FUT Champs is monthly rewards. You get kits. We're not able to use them. If you get a gold kit, or you get an elite 1 kit, or you get a top 100 kit, you're fucked. Let's be perfectly honest here, EA, because when you're in a pick kitting screen, for God's sake, even I leave if I see a guy has a top 100 kit. I don't want to lose. No, I don't. And that's something you've got to change. Why can't we play the way it's pro clubs? In pro clubs, you don't see the other people's kits. You just go straight into the game, and there's no kit clash because, you know, somehow you guys make it in a little Cody system saying that, you know, that guy's wearing blue and that guy's wearing yellow, so they're allowed to match up. It's you got a way to fix it, okay? You've done it in your game before. You play pro clubs and you've got custom kits in there. People make their own kits or use normal kits, and you still have no kit clash there and you don't see each other's kits. Why can't we have it in FUT Champs? It would avoid the whole thing about people not playing each other. I simply think this would make the matchmaking a whole lot fairer and simpler. Well, you know, it just makes it more competitive. You can't see anything about the other player, so you can't back out, and it gets your games done quicker. Let's be honest here. I've had times where I want to use my little FUT kit, but I can't because everyone's bloody leaving on me thinking I'm a god. Okay, I'm shit. Come on, I struggle to get Elite 3. Come on, help me out. I think they also need to twiggle a little bit with the rewards, even if twiggle is a word. Okay, so I think people which are top 100, I haven't even been top 100, but I'm saying I think they need more guarantees. I see pro FIFA players, and I've got a personal mate of mine which is a pro FIFA player, doesn't get great rewards. His packs aren't great. Of course he gets a lot out of it, but I feel like if you're going top 100, you should have rewards which say like guaranteed 18, like 88 plus player, something like that, you know, something more like that. Also, maybe give the rewards one day earlier, maybe on the Wednesday night at the time Team of the Week comes out. I'm just giving you some more options for money, because if someone gets their rewards on a Wednesday night, they're likely to open it straight away and get, you know, go for the Team of the Weeks. And if they pack a Team of the Week, they might actually end up using money because they think they're on their lucky day and buy packs. I'm just trying to help you out here, EA, because when we get all, you know, late Thursday night rewards, it's kind of like, okay, I'm just focused on the next weekend league now. I don't even give a shit about these rewards. I do give a shit, you know, but just give them to me earlier, please. I know you have to go through the cheating and all of that, but I'm pretty sure you can do a bit faster. Come on, let's get a bit more staff in there. Also, I believe, you know, servers is a topic for another episode, but I think a big topic is, of course, all the DCs. What happens? I'm winning 2-0, I get disconnected. Now what? You know, what can I do with this? Because, like, I won, I was winning, and I got disconnected because of your servers, not even my internet. So it's a competitive game mode. Why can't EA act a bit more like Game Powers and MLG? Why can't they have a server? They, you know, they have live chat. Why they can't have a server where I contact someone and say, look, here's the proof. I got a screenshot. I got disconnected and I was winning the game. You know, and if it's correct dispute, like they do in MLG, when you dispute a game for someone cheating or using something which was banned, or I don't know, when someone doesn't show and you dispute it, or they show up late and you should get the win, you know, things like that in FIFA, it could work. Why can't we just dispute a game? Like, for example, okay, look, this I DC'd, you know, I got a disconnect and I shouldn't have. I was winning 2-0 and it counts as a loss. Can you know, like, I think the solution to that is not giving you the win, but it's giving you that game back at least, you know. It gives you more of a cushion instead of going through DCs and like, oh great, even if you was losing in a DC, unless it's like the 90th minute and you're losing 5-0 when you DC, like, of course you show proof. I still think it's like, if you're losing 2-1 and it's 45 minutes in and you get DC'd, like, you should still get that game back, surely. But I think that is probably the biggest game changer thing that could happen in FUT Champs. If EA just get some more money out of their pocket, get a bit more staff going in, and use them in the EA live chat. You don't need to be live. You just send the dispute in, and of course they have to do it before the end of the weekend with a good bit of time so you can get that game back and actually play it. But I think it could work quite well, and it's not too hard to do. We've seen Game Battle, MLG do it. They dispute, and they take ages to dispute. And of course, there'll probably be a loads ones, and of course, there might be a few fake ones. I'm not saying it's easy, but I think it's something that can be built up over time. Just get some more money out, get a bit more staff, which, it doesn't take long to go over a dispute. You see it, okay, this guy was winning 2-0. It was 19 minutes left, and he gets a DC. Okay, let's give his game back. You can do that. For God's sake, I called up EA once because I didn't qualify for the bloody weekend league because I couldn't be asked, and I said, could you qualify me? And they said, no, but we can give you 2 packs. I'm very sorry about this. Cool. I got 2 packs straight away. I didn't pack anything, but I got 2 packs straight away. You got the power to do that. I've seen it. Now, the last bit of thing on Foot Champs is more about the competitive side for the pro players. Something very interesting, I think. So I think what they need to do is give more publicity to the regionals and the actual things, because similar to Call of Duty, when there's an event going on, there's a live stream in the actual game. Like, why don't we have that on FIFA? Like, football is the biggest sport in the world, so why can't FIFA be the biggest esport in the world? It's so easily to do that. It's football. Everyone loves to watch football, so why not? Everyone likes a bit of football, and FIFA is a football game. It is a football simulator, we could say. So why can't it be the biggest esport in the world? I don't think it gets enough publicity. Of course it does here and there on Twitter, and the regionals had quite good coverage, but I think it could still be better. For example, like they did with the SBCs, it was great, but that was the only real thing to be in the game. So we need to get it out there. I think it could be such a big community, and it could help FIFA grow overall, and it just needs to get out there a bit more. When it comes to restrictions, I think they should change it up a little bit. Unless when it's a qualifying month for the regionals, keep no restrictions, of course, because it's very important for the pro players. But when it's not a qualifying month, change up the restrictions. We once had a BPL only weekend league, and I remember there was another weekend league which is like you had to have like a maximum of 8 gold players, and then the rest had to be silver and stuff. I think that was great. That was really interesting. But how about more? Like, these aren't qualifying months right now. Why can't we have like an only bronze team, weekend? I think that would be so interesting. Or like an only silver, or like an only Serie A, or an only really weird league. I know that would kind of mess up the market, and it is very difficult to keep control of those things. But I think it will make the game so interesting because it would give other players a chance. It's not a qualifying month, so it doesn't affect the competitive side of FIFA, in fact, of going pro, but it's interesting for other people because it gives people more of an opportunity. Because if I come up against people with Ronaldo and all of that and I don't have him, it's annoying. But if there's a bronze weekend, I might have a chance to actually do well because it's different players. Plus, it gives you opportunity to try out different players in FIFA, and that's what we all want to do, but we don't sometimes because we want to win, so we keep with the typicals. Literally, I think the funniest idea would ever to be like have a bloody weekend league where your players must have a maximum of 60 pace or below 70 pace. That would be hilarious, but stuff like that makes the game entertaining. It's funny, you get the rewards. Maybe on these weekends reduce the rewards, don't make them as high, but it is a cool idea, you can't lie. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that. It's pretty new to me, pretty new kind of video. I worked really hard on it, and I will be doing more of these, more episodes, and different topics. I'll be talking about the gameplay, I'll be talking about pro clubs, I'll be talking about the journey, career mode, everything. But I need you guys to also help me out in the comment section to figure out any other things and any tips, because this is the FIFA community. We're trying to improve this, so like hopefully EA watch this, but they will never. I know. Okay, I'm not popular. Okay. But anyway, I think it will be awesome for them to, for people to see this and then collect their ideas and share them to the FIFA community and hopefully get them across to make this game better, because this is a wonderful game, which is kind of shit right now and the gameplay is awful this weekend. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you just liked my channel, check out my other videos and possibly subscribe. It would be awesome to me. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a nice day and take care.
It was on a Friday. I know it was slightly. It was on a Friday. It was on a Friday evening, and I was slightly steaming. Saw this girl like she's quite decent. She saw me like he's quite decent. I said, hello, what's your name?